Hi, you are about to engage in the guidebook unit Hatchet. The purpose of this video is to learn about the key components or parts of survival and how these parts work together to help a person overcome a scary or dangerous situation, just as Brian, our main character, attempts to do in the novel. As you watch today, make sure you have your packet and writing utensil ready to answer any relevant questions. If you were caught in a frightening or dangerous situation, what would you need to survive? The main character, Brian, in the novel you are about to read, needs to survive a frightening and dangerous situation. Knowing the components of survival can help us understand what it takes to make it through a tough situation, and it can help us understand what Brian had to go through. Survival has many different components, or parts. These parts include physical, mental, and emotional components. Let's define each component and learn more about how it's used to survive. We'll also look at how all three components work together. First, physical. The physical component of survival is related to the body. This includes what you do with your body and how you take care of it. In order for our bodies to survive, we need to make sure our basic needs are met. Our first basic need is oxygen. We need air to breathe in order to survive. Next, we need food and we need water. These two things fuel our bodies and keep us going. We also need shelter. We need a place that is safe and secure. Finally, we need sleep in order to survive. Just like food and water, sleep gives us the energy we need to keep going. While you are reading the novel Hatchet, keep in mind what is needed for physical survival. At this time, you may pause the video to answer any relevant questions. When you are ready, you may press play to continue. To review, what does a person need to survive? In order to survive a dangerous situation, a person needs physically to make sure they are taking care of their body, to make sure they have strength and energy. They need oxygen, food, water, shelter, and they need sleep. Next, mental. The mental component of survival is related to the mind. This includes your ability to recognize that you are in a crisis and then overcome your panic to think through it clearly. Once a person realizes that he's in a crisis, he needs to use mental strength to think clearly. Thinking straight will help a person mentally develop survival qualities, like having a tough mind, a strong will, staying motivated, adapting to surroundings, and having a good work ethic. So now you're ready to answer the question: what mental qualities does a person need to survive? You may pause this video to answer any relevant questions. When you are ready, you may press play to continue. To review, in order to survive, a person needs a tough mind, a strong will, adaptability, a good work ethic, and motivation. Next, emotional. The emotional component of survival is related to the strong feelings a person has when she is physically and mentally prepared to survive. These emotions can be intense and can ultimately help or prevent a person from surviving a crisis. When we accept that we are in survival mode situations, our bodies know to produce certain emotions. These include fear and anxiety. These emotions send the message to our bodies and brains that our survival may be at risk. Fear and anxiety motivate our actions in a way that can effectively handle the threats to our survival. In a survival situation, a person needs to make sure she is taking control of her emotions, especially fear and anxiety. If we don't control our fear and anxiety, we may shut down completely or make poor decisions. So now you're ready to answer the question. What emotional qualities does a person need to keep under control in order to survive? You may pause this video to answer any relevant questions. When you are ready, you may press play to continue. To review, a person needs to be able to control fear and anxiety in order to survive. These are the emotional components. Survival has physical, mental, and emotional components. Most importantly, survival depends on these three components working together in order for a person to survive something dangerous. When they are in survival situations, people need to be prepared physically, mentally, and emotionally. This is the key to survival. Knowing the three components of survival in a dangerous or scary situation will help you understand Brian and the challenges he faces throughout Hatchet. You will use this new knowledge as you engage in all materials of this unit. When you finish this video, make sure you have answered all relevant questions. You are now an expert on the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of survival.